Ever wondered why some of the UFC fighters have messed up ears? To be exact, UFC fighters with wrestling backgrounds are more likely than not to have weird ears. Why do people call them cauliflower ears? And how are these developed? Today we are going to find answers to these questions and discuss some of the top fighters in the UFC with such conditions. How are cauliflower ears developed? Deformity in anything is caused when it is hit, stretched, and torn constantly. Fighters, especially wrestlers, constantly receive blows to their outer ear, damaging the vessels as they burst out and get swollen. Large blood clots and other fluids are developed in the outer ear, and slowly and gradually make the ear look the way they do, resembling the messiness of cauliflower. To protect against it, wrestlers are often advised to wear headgear. When it is not used, most wrestlers do not feel comfortable using it, causing this irreversible condition. Cauliflower ears have become a part of the identity of wrestlers. If you are a wrestler, you are sure to have these kinds of ears. If you don't have cauliflower ears, you cannot claim yourself as a good wrestler. As the famous saying goes, never start a fight with someone with a cauliflower ear. It is a matter of pride for wrestlers, and it is a testament to the wars they have been through in their lives. And some of the fighters in the UFC have proved the validity of this saying, as we will see. Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib is considered the greatest UFC lightweight of all time, and his record backs the claim amazingly well. This is something that is agreed upon by everyone in the UFC. One of the main reasons behind Khabib's greatness is his incredible wrestling. No fighter could match his wrestling credentials. He literally wrestled bears as a kid. He has been training for Sambo Judo and wrestling throughout his life. If you want proof of that, you just need to look at the way his ears look. It looks as if they have received constant blows day in and day out for years. In a podcast, Khabib was asked whether he could listen properly, to which he said, "Of course I can." One wonders why, despite being a millionaire, Khabib has not got rid of this condition, to which he said, "I think you can fix. I believe you have to make surgery. Like this, but your ear gonna be more ugly." Funny enough, he said the only problem he has with them is that the headphones won't stay in place. Colby Covington. Colby Covington, despite being one of the most hated guys in the UFC today, even by Dana White, is one of the top wrestlers. He has proven time and again how good he actually is. The latest bout he had with George Masvidal proves how an elite wrestler he is. Even Masvidal praised his wrestling skills in the post-fight press conference. Covington lands a dizzying 4.10 takedowns per 15 minutes in the octagon for a success rate of 47%. And after UFC 272, he is ranked number 8 for most takedowns completed by a UFC fighter. As with all the great wrestlers, Colby, who wrestled at Oregon State University, has cauliflower ears, which proves that he has had some wars in his career on the mat. Even fighters with a pure wrestling background, for example, Kamaru Usman, were not willing to try his wrestling against him. Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev is among the top rising stars in the UFC today, and his undefeated career shows how incredibly talented this young man is. While no one can argue about his striking, what he excels at is wrestling. He just showed it in his last fight against Kevin Holland, who even announced his retirement, though for a short while, from the sport after Khamzat mauled him in the octagon. Born in the Chechen Republic of Russia, he started wrestling just when he was 5 years old, and according to him, he won a bronze medal at the Russian National Championships at the junior level. The deformed beard that we see today proves his wrestling credentials. He is undefeated and is a very scary dude to step in the octagon against. His lips are long, broken English, and his cauliflower ears are a deadly combination, which perfectly syncs with his confidence. Now people are calling for Khamzat to face Colby. Both are elite wrestlers, and people want to see who can one-up the other and about to bring themselves closer to the title. Tony Ferguson. A guy that fans adore. Tony El Cucuy Ferguson, who had an amazing streak as he defied all the odds and was very close to fighting Khabib, the match that a lot of fans still want to see. He has been in some wars his entire life, which have left him with a lot of scars and bruises, but the most conspicuous is his cauliflower ears. Describing his experience with cauliflower ears, Tony Ferguson said, "First time I seen a cauliflower ear, I was really little. Didn't know what the hell was going on there. I thought I was born that way, had a tumor or something, and I wasn't too sure about it, until my pops was like, hey, you're not careful with the ears cause they are pretty big. It is like you are gonna end up like that." He probably got them while wrestling in Michigan. Unlike a lot of other fighters who disdain to put headgear on, he used safety equipment. The first time he got a bruise, which eventually messed up his ear, was an accidental collision with his opponent. His headgear came off while he was wrestling, and he ended up giving him a cauliflower ear. Michael Chandler, currently ranked as the number 7 lightweight in the UFC. Michael Chandler had an amazing start to his UFC career. He is a former Bellator champion and proved his worth with some explosive matches in the UFC. He came very close to winning the lightweight title, but could not bring it home. He's a complete package with knockout power and great wrestling skills. However, like every other fighter with a wrestling background, the Iron also has cauliflower ears. Talking to Ariel Helwani, Chandler, explaining the problems he faces due to warped ears, said, 100% yeah, the left one. I will always have cauliflower ears for the rest of my life. I'm not going to get them surgically removed. But I am going to get this back one here on my left, surgically removed a little bit, so my ear doesn't stick out so much. His ears have been causing a lot of problems for him, and they get ripped off almost every single time he tries to grapple. This has led to more and more cauliflower from the inside, and the ears, as a result, have become rock hard. These ears definitely cause a lot of problems as they are prone to be attacked more and more, especially by people who already have big ears which stick out. Nonetheless, wrestlers take huge pride in it, and most of them, even champions with a great load of money, refuse to get any surgery as they have become a part of their individuality.